All right, so we should be live right now, but before we kind of get this interview underway, is there anything that you want to plug or like any shout outs?
No, I'm good.
All right, sounds good. Well, first things first, I guess this is my first. I've interviewed like a handful of people that aren't from the United States, but this is my first. Even if you are born in the United States, like this is my first interview where the person is not in the same country as me, uh, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I guess my first kind of question about kind of not being like from America and all that stuff is like how are we able to learn English and everything?
I mean, I started learning English in Lithuania in my country, like from second grade. So it was, I don't know. It's just like I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos in English, so maybe that's why it's better for me. And I think for me, like to be first year in America, it was pretty easy to talk, and understand other people. So, you know,
Yeah.
all good.
So yeah. So who are some of your like favorite YouTubers? I guess.
Emma Chamberlain. Um, I mean, I watch basketball highlights. What else? I mean, I don't know. I just forgot, but I watch most of the time Emma Chamberlain. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was never like a fan of hers, but I remember like I remember who that was. I forgot how she looks and everything, but I just remember like at one point or another, like everyone was watching that person. So yeah, I completely forgot about her. I've like I know isn't she kind of like like isn't she kind of weird like a little bit like she has like a weird saying or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's all I kind of remember. But so you said that I guess this season at Montverde that was like your first year living in America.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a couple times before, because my uncle lives in America in States, and I've been there just for summer, just for holidays to be with my family there, and that's it. But like to be a whole year, it was like first year for me like that.
Yeah. So what was maybe kind of like besides not I guess living in your house and like being around people you're usually around, like what was maybe one of the biggest changes that you kind of experienced from being, at Montverde in America compared to where you live in Lithuania?
Uh, the biggest change. I mean the environment, but I really like the environment there because I mean the Montfort is very good school, to go to. It's a lot of good teachers, a lot of good staff, who helps you to be there. The biggest change it was that my family wasn't there, with me, and all that with COVID, they couldn't go just to visit me that easily, and I needed to quarantine. Like if you go back from holidays or something, you need to quarantine for a week, and that messed up some things. So, but I don't know. It was not that difficult there, but because everyone like how to say me,
Like
me
they were like welcoming. Is that what you're gonna
yeah,
say?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. And another thing that I think may be different, because I know like the way school is in America, like it's actually kind of different. Or schools like in every single country like is different compared to each other. So was the school in America and the way I guess you're being taught and I guess everything on like homework like was that kind of all different compared to like when you're going to
Um,
school in Pennsylvania?
yeah, yeah. The system is a little bit different. I mean, like, for example, we have biology from, I don't know, from eighth grade or from sixth
Mhm.
grade to the 12th grade. We have all those years, but we don't have every day. Right now in Montpellier, I have 1 year biology, and I have every day, and that was the biggest like change for me, like the differences, and actually it's a little bit easier in States.
Oh
So
wow. That
yeah.
that's interesting because I know someone. Where was he from? All I know is his country. The flag was white and red, and it wasn't Canada. But I know there was like a few of those out there. But he was from like a different a different. It might have been Switzerland, but I don't know. No, that's I don't even know. I'm not too good at knowing all these points and flags. But all I know is the way he described like his school, like back home, was it was more like a lot more. They focused on you. They wanted you to learn the information. They weren't like just piling on tests and homework and all that stuff. So was the homework in America? Did you have a lot more homework and tests here than you did like
I
where you're
mean, about homework, I did all my homework in study halls, but about tests and quizzes, I mean, it was pretty much the same as in my country, but I like that part that we learn things that we're gonna use in our lives, or it's not like that much information. I mean, in my country, we study a lot, like a lot of things, but I think we don't gonna use them like um, further, in our lives.
Mhm.
So I like that, and every day when I go to school there, I mean, I like to go there just like to learn something. I mean, there's very very good teachers, and you have fun there, with your classmates, and yeah, that's I like there.
Yeah. And like I love school versus the next guy. Like I enjoy learning at school, but then all the homework kind of makes like all of a pain in the butt. So that's why I'm not like the biggest fan of school. But another thing like a lot of kids say is, I mean, majority of what you're learning in school, like in my opinion, a lot of people's opinion, like it's kind of pointless because there's only like you're not gonna have there's unless you're a teacher that teaches like every
Yeah,
subject,
yeah, yeah.
there's a small chance, you're gonna use majority of the stuff you learned in school. So like what things have you learned, I guess, this year in school that I guess you really liked, and you think you're gonna kind of apply it to the rest of your life and everything?
Sorry.
No worries, no worries.
Um, I really liked. I mean, the the thing that we have elective classes that we can elect, like for me, for example, marine biology. I really like stuff about marine, like marine animals. So I really enjoyed learning about them. I mean, I'm not gonna use all of that information that I have, uh, that I know in my life. But like for example, if I go to museum or something like,
Mhm.
or I'm going to the water, I have, I know some stuff what I need to do, or you know, just it's just you know
Yeah.
fun to know some things. Maybe you can be in danger and you don't know what is gonna happen,
Mhm.
and there we can learn, some things, to be safe, and just to learn fun stuff, fun facts, and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's funny like marine biology because I was gonna take that class for I guess this school year, like the 2020-2021 school year. Then I saw like the summer assignment for it, and I looked it over, and I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna understand any of this. So then I switched into a psychology class instead, which I enjoyed a lot more. But man, I'm happy I was not in that marine. I'm not like I'm not really big in like biology or anything. It's not I'm not
Mm,
the biggest fan of it.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean I'm sure you disagree, but I don't know. I just kind of wanted to.
No, no, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would like psychology, but I just like animals. I like
Yeah,
nature, so maybe that's why I like that.
yeah, definitely. And I guess what about in terms of like basketball? Like I know kind of basketball is basketball at the end of the day, but it's like was there? I because I know in America even almost every different state has their own kind of style of how basketball is played. So do you think that even basketball here in terms of the way it's played is different as well?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. I mean, it's faster. Girls are more physical. They're more athletic. Um, like for example, in practices, we work more. I mean, here in Lithuania, of course, I work, but not like we didn't do that much conditioning and all that stuff. Um, I liked about like my coach. We did all things like by how to say, just we did conditioning, we did skill stuff, we did team stuff, we we studied our opponents for the next games, and but I mean, it's just different that it's faster, and more physical. That's the biggest differences, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess do you have like a favorite moment from this season?
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing for us and for me it was when we were on ESPN, and I was like really excited about it. I mean, and yeah, I think, but like the game. Oh yeah, we have one game that we our teammate shot last shot and she made it um how to say buzzer beater
Oh yeah,
like
yeah,
that. Yeah, so and we won the game or we went to overtime I think. So it was like pretty nice and pretty yeah, pretty good.
definitely. So I'm curious, like being on ESPN, just maybe can I go into like, a little more detail about that experience, like playing on TV where tons and tons of people were watching you play.
You don't really think about how much people are watching. I mean, I in my country we have like just 3 million people, just all the country. And in America it's like how many people lives in the United States?
I honestly I don't I want to say a billion at least. I'm not really sure, but there's a lot.
But yeah, that's a lot of people. So I couldn't like really imagine how many people can watch us, So it I didn't worry like nervous, but it just was a fun thing to know that we're gonna be on ESPN. But it just
Yeah.
was.
Were you guys ever ranked this year like in the top 10? Because I thought you guys were, but I wasn't really sure.
In the preseason, we were ranked 17th, I think, and
Okay.
on ES no on Max Preps, I think.
Hmm.
And then when we played some games, we got up to fifth place, and then we got up to first place. So all season we were in the first place, but then when we needed to win the last two games, we lost one game by 1 point, and we didn't go to nationals.
Yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
was the. It just like it was so frustrating. So,
Mhm.
but yeah,
Yeah.
but the whole season we were, I think, in the first place. Yeah.
Mhm. And I'm sure that definitely is a very, very frustrating feeling. But I guess maybe not the good thing out of it, but it's like I mean, you got a couple more seasons left, and I know you guys are getting like Jordana Cody or whatever, and like Janiyah Barker, I think is her name. Like you guys are definitely kind of reloading, and are going to be a really solid team next year. So I guess maybe are you going to I'll use that frustration from last season to kind of help you guys you maybe get some momentum to win it all this season.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, we talked a lot with I talked a lot with my coach, and it's just like we just needed to be there in the nationals. And right now, for me, especially because I'm going next year there too, and pretty good teammates coming. So our goal, of course, is championship and to be champions. So and now right now it's like a different mentality and you're more like a- angry and you just wanted to win, so yeah, it's just like that.
Yeah, and you said like earlier in the interview how a lot of people there, like everyone was kind of welcoming to you. So even though like you guys are getting a couple transfers and maybe even more, who knows? It's a long off season, but regardless, you guys do have a couple new players coming in. So even though they're from America and everything, like it's not as big of a transition. Like how are you going to try to be welcoming to your new teammates and kind of show them around Mount Vernon and everything?
um of course I'm gonna be how to say I'm gonna be I had experience how other people welcome me there, so I'm gonna try to do that to them, to be as best teammate as I can, just not on the court, off the court, to be a good friend, just to get that bonding, with them. So, but like specifically how, I don't know, but just like when I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna do stuff. So for them to be comfortable there, to feel there. Yeah.
For sure. So what are some of your like personal goals for next season? Whether it's like any off the court goals when you're Montverde or on the court as well?
Um, the I think that off the court to be more like I'm not that talky person there, so I just need to be like more around people, just to hang with them, be more open, because right now, like that season, I was like more uh conscious concentrating how to say concentrating on
Yeah, yeah.
basketball. Yeah, just on basketball, and I was like I talked a lot on the court, but off the court I was like more close. So my goal for the next year, to be leader not just on the court but more off the court, to help them
Hmm.
to. That's why I'm saying that to welcome new players. That's my goals to, just to be more open with them and have better relationship.
Yeah, and that definitely is, I feel like, a pretty good goal in terms of like, I guess, on the court and off the court, kind of like those two definitely kind of, I guess, combine together, you could say. And then I guess something that is probably really really cool. Not too many people get to be a part of this. Is you play for your country's national team. You're on the Lithuania national team. So is that like what you've been doing over there? Like, have you guys just been training and practicing for like the FIBA tournament or whatever?
For this year, sadly, we don't have championship because it's canceled by COVID. But I'm happy that we're gonna have tournament that we're gonna play against other countries, but it's not gonna count like points or, you know, like we're just gonna play to keep that up. We're gonna have a camp. I'm really excited to meet my teammates. I haven't seen them a long time ago, and to practice with them. Is to represent your country is the best thing for me. I mean, I think I'm very how do you say patriotic?
Yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah. Patriotic.
yeah, Oh my God, patriotic.
Yeah,
So
it's funny because like you're struggling over saying like these words, and I already know when we get to the end of this interview, I'm gonna be even worse than than you are. So
so yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm excited, for the next year. Hopefully, we're gonna have championship because
mhm.
it's amazing, I think, to represent your country.
Yep. We've been talking a lot about, or I guess we haven't been talking a lot about it, but like I've asked you a few questions, like difference from with basketball in Lithuania and basketball like in America and everything, and a lot of those differences. So it's another kind of difference question, like is there kind of like a difference between maybe like what you guys do during practices when you're practicing for a national team compared to when you're with Montverde just practicing for the season?
Uh, we, I mean, we do like maybe in national team stuff that we need like to think really good where we need to do like it's like um I don't know logic things. I don't
Mhm.
know how to explain it. It's with that kind of drills, but I really like Montward because we do a lot of stuff that I'm doing in national team, and I think it's high level that we are preparing for the next games as same as we doing, in a national team. Like for every game we're watching videos, we going over stuff what other team is doing, like I like that for it's pretty.
Yeah, all right, guys. Looks like we just lost her. But she should be back any minute now. We'll see what she says. But yeah, definitely at the moment, very solid interview. This is my first, interviewing a player that is literally not living in the United States right now. So I think that's actually pretty cool for me. But yeah, let's wait a couple minutes and see what happens. All right, yep, there you go. She is right back in here. All right.
Oh, can you hear me? I don't
Yep.
know what happened.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No worries, no worries. You're all good.
so yeah. So yeah, that's what I like about Montworm, and that we're doing with me is pretty much same things, with national team and Montworm.
Yeah, for sure. And I forgot like I don't know. Are you like a big Travis Scott fan? I don't know if I'm crazy, but I don't really get. I know you've been posting like music on your with your clips. I don't know if it was Travis Scott or not.
Yeah, I mean, I like some songs, from Travis Scott, and I like one song that is called Lithuania, and he made
Okay.
a song, so that's why yeah, a few weeks ago I think posted a video with his
Yeah,
song,
yeah,
so that's why, because he's talking about, Lithuania, so
yeah. That's actually pretty
yeah.
funny. I don't know if you see. I have like his cereal box right here with the Reese's Puffs thing. I have it right here. I'm not pointing to it, but like I'm pointing like it's right above my finger. But I'm not like the biggest fan of him, but he's definitely pretty good. Oh, let's see. Looks like we might have lost her again. Guys, maybe the possibility we might not continue this interview, but we will see. Um, Definitely, again, as I said, we got a lot out of this. It's been really cool. So yeah, I'll just wait for her again. Worst case, if it happens again, we'll just end the interview. And I say we call it a success for sure. All right, let's see. Looks like she's back in here, so I'm going to add her in right now. Let's see. All right. Hello. Yeah, it looks like it keeps keep. If it happens again, like it's not. We've definitely gotten a lot of interview out of it, so it's not the biggest deal if we can continue on if it glitches again.
Okay.
But it's definitely been I think my opinion, it's definitely been a pretty solid interview. But yeah, so I guess like, are you like a huge fan of Travis Scott or like not really or what?
Uh, I'm not a huge fan, but I like some of his songs, so I said, he made a song called Lithuania, so yeah, so that's why I post him sometimes, my post with his songs,
Okay.
stories.
Yeah. So other than that, like I guess well, I'm wondering since you live like again not in America, like do you listen to a lot of like I guess American artists or do you listen to a lot of people from Lithuania or like what kind of music do you listen to?
I'm listening to a lot of American um rappers and all that stuff. But also when I was in States, I listened more like in Lithuanian, just to have more connection with my country. But I listen both. I listen American songs and Lithuanian. So
Yeah, for sure. And I guess we'll kind of wrap up the interview. So I guess more like a good overall kind of question to end this thing. Like, what are I guess more of your life goals, whether it's like with basketball or outside of basketball?
uh for me, I mean, my goal is to play in WNBA and EuroLeague. So that's my biggest goals, and I'm working for them so really hard. And I mean, I have them, and I don't need no more goals. It's my goal. So
Hmm.
if I'm gonna reach them, and then we're gonna see what's gonna happen, if and what other goals gonna be. So right now there's just two of them.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Maybe like a marine biology goal or something like that too.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I don't have I don't have goals for marine biology.
Okay, yeah. It was more kind of like a jokish kind of thing, but anyways, so before we end this interview, make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram, and you can plug your Instagram because I don't want to mess anything up.
I mean, it's pretty hard to spell it, but you can write
Yeah. I'll spell it out
yeah,
loud. So if you guys want to follow her Instagram, again, you can see it right down there. But it's AUGUSTINAITE 11. Oh, actually, wait. This is like a tradition I have in my interviews. So basically, since you put like 11 and everything, I'm assuming that is your number, or even if it's
yeah.
not, what's the significance of that number? That's like a tradition I have in my interviews where I ask was at the end, so I just ask.
So there, when I was younger, there in she was a little bit older player, and she played for my coach too, and she was really good. And I was like, and she wore number 11, and I was like, I'm gonna be number 11 too. But we have, if you know, there's a player in Pacers and NBA, Sabonis. So
Yeah.
his father played with number 11, and he was pretty famous, so he's Lithuanian. So that's kind of two things that maybe I'm wearing, number 11. It's just like my number, so.
Yeah, definitely. Well, okay. Now, anyways, that's kind of the end of the interview. It's like again, it's like a tradition I have because I never realized till like the very, very end. But yeah, so I plug your Instagram. Make sure you guys give me a follow as well on Instagram at ihoopsfl. But anyways, for all right, so say your name. I'm gonna make an attempt to have some fun. I'm gonna make an attempt to pronounce it.
Okay, Rusne.
Well, I can't do the accent. Like, what's like
Just say Rusne.
Rusne? I don't know.
Rusne, yeah. You don't need to say Rusne. Just say
I,
Rusne.
I don't want to like that. Like a thing of mine is like I don't try to do any accents just because like I guess like a pet peeve of mine is like I don't like people that pretend to be someone they're not. So, like if I'm like I took Spanish for a few years with my school and I never did an accent ever. I was like I'm just gonna say it the way I speak. Like, I'm not gonna try to
Yeah,
pretend.
of course.
Yeah, yeah,
A lot of Americans say like you say, but I
yeah,
mean
yeah.
it's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know I said so. I guess like Russ is kind of like your nickname, I guess, in
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I guess for now in this interview, we're gonna call you Russ. So for for 2023 Montverde Academy shooting guard slash small forward Russ. I'm Isaac Fleischer, and this has been another I Hoop Self interview. Peace out, guys.